All right, folks, we are back for another episode of Cyber Spotlight. And today we are happy enough to be joined by Sonia Barrios. How are you today, Sonia?
I'm pretty good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm very good. We're both in the beautiful city of Victoria, sunny day, not in the same location, COVID safe. That's why we're doing it over Zoom, but appreciate you joining the show. So for our audience here, would you just explain a little bit about who you are, where you work, and what got you into cybersecurity in the first place?
For sure. I am from Mexico, a small town, Puerto Vallarta, well, small city, Puerto Vallarta, touristy part. I moved to Victoria to study my computer science and physics. And I joined First West as a cybersecurity analyst for my co-ops, and I've been staying with them. I firstly started cybersecurity, being interested in cybersecurity in 2019, just because I met a friend of a friend that was a cybersecurity pen test, working for pen test.
Okay.
And I was like, whoa, it's actually possible. You actually, I don't know, before him, I only thought about cybersecurity as like, I don't know if you know Criminal Minds,
Yeah.
Penelope Lopez, sorry.
Yeah.
That was my role model. Like, whoa, I want to be like her, but I didn't know it was possible. I was like,
Okay.
and then I met him. I was like, oh, it is possible. So I really got interested in it. I started attending some meetings and some conferences, and then I was able to get opportunity to join First West. And before that, I joined you guys
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Thank
Fellow
you.
Plurilockian.
Yes.
So you're a cybersecurity analyst now. It's a very cool name. If you were in an elevator with someone and they wanted to know what you do, how would you explain your job quickly to them?
So usually I say, hey, do you know hackers? And usually people know hackers. So like, okay, well, I basically try to protect you from hackers.
Everyone probably gets that. No one likes hackers. No one wants to get hacked.
No, definitely not.
What's the biggest misconception do you think that the business side of the organization might have about somebody in the cybersecurity analyst role, like what they actually do?
So I think there's a big misconception of business people usually try to gain trust from like users to get product or enter the company a certain way. And I think they don't realize how much value we got to that trust. Because if there's an incident, then that trust is lost.
Mm-hmm.
And a company can go to bankruptcy with just one incident. So I think cybersecurity analysts or like anyone in the cybersecurity team brings the company that trust that it's been sold to customers.
Right, for sure, and it protects the company's reputation, everything like that. It's a good point about trust. Since COVID started, has there been any changes to how your job specifically functions or things that you monitor as a cybersecurity team?
For sure. So basically, before people worked from the office, so we had our own network. Now that people is working remotely, there are more vectors of attack, right? Because it's like their network cannot be as secure as our network because we not manage it. So we definitely look more into the logins and like people like usually common home base network. And we try to be like, okay, you have to have certain requirements to be able to work from home to be safe for us.
Yeah, fair enough. So that's a huge part, obviously, the work from home angle. Do you think that there's an increase in incidents or potential threats out there because of that work from home environment?
I do believe so. Yeah. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
people, yeah, they're more comfortable home. So, and things are not never, but are usually not as secure as in the office.
yeah, makes sense. And that's definitely a problem do you see that problem kind of as future of work goes out, like more people might work from home, might do a hybrid system, office and at home. Do you see that happening?
Yeah. But I think what as well I've seen a lot in through COVID is being like, well, now people is getting more educated of security, right?
Yeah,
So when this coming work from home, like work from home, people are like educating more to be like, okay, now I have to be secure at home. What is that? Why do I
right.
need to do this? And they understand more. So people, I think it's supposed to, like it's gonna be like hybrid now on after COVID. I think everyone wants to work from home or like wants to have few days. Most people, few days
Yeah.
in the office, few days at home, and that will help. Will make a risk, but at the same time educate. So hopefully that risk will be mitigated. But yeah.
Yeah, well, people getting more educated about cyber, I'm sure, is music to your ears because, as you know, it's like a team effort, and if there's one weak link, that's a problem. how would you, if somebody aspired to get into your line of work as a cybersecurity analyst, what would you tell them to do? Or like, what advice would you give them?
I would say the first thing is to start. You gotta start. You gotta start researching. Start put the effort to be in the place you want to be.
Right.
Hard work pays off.
Hard work pays off. And you would say it's possible, right? Because, you know, before you talk to your friends, like you kind of didn't think it would be possible to get into this line of work, and then you found out. So
if you put the work, it will pay off eventually. So I think everything is possible.
Yeah, that's great. I love that message. How does identity play into your vision of cybersecurity at large?
It's a big role for us, cybersecurity, the incident response. You can have so many logs, you can have so much information, but if you don't identify which one is a threat and which one is not a threat, then it's not really useful information you have, right? For us, identifying which one is a threat, it changes how you approach the problem. So I think it's a really important point. Identifying something, it's a threat.
Yeah, for sure. It's huge, obviously, and we agree with that. Plurilock, so that's good. Before the interview, you were talking about how you just finished up your final paper with school, your research project, and that was on quantum computing. And I don't know much about that, not gonna lie, a full disclosure. So would you mind telling me and the rest of the audience how quantum computing will affect cybersecurity in the future, how it'll affect hackers and cybersecurity teams when it becomes more present?
Yeah, well, I'm not an expert. I only had one research with my professor, which was a quantum key distribution. So what we are expecting from quantum computing is that quantum has the potential of being faster than a normal computer to resolve some issues, and not all the issues, but some issues. And one of them that concern us is security, right? As hashing. So basically, quantum computers will be able to crack problems faster than a computer that maybe wasn't able to crack them. So if you have a security that a normal computer would not be able to crack, maybe a quantum computer will be able to crack in seconds.
Right.
Say like that. But as well, quantum computers bring in some other aspects to security that makes security easier to manage in certain way, which is the quantum key distribution, which is used to secure communication, encrypt and decrypt messages, hashing and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the protocol of security communication about a shared key, but the shared key, basically you have to meet somebody, share a key, and then start your communication so it be secure. So you both know that it's each other and not somebody else.
Right.
One quantum key, what does is it gives the power to enlarge that. So you get the key, but you can, with quantum computer, grow that key to use it in some authentication protocols. So that makes it a little bit more easier to communicate.
Yeah, which is, and communicate securely as well, right? Which is a huge thing.
Yeah, because quantum mechanics basically it uses, I don't want to get into a lot involved in physics side of the question, but it basically is a secure channel because it'll let you know if an eavesdropper is in the communication or not.
Yeah, that's definitely some high level stuff. And how near into the future do you think quantum computing being used in the ways that you just talked about in cybersecurity is? Is it happening now, or is it still ways off?
I think it's pretty close. Right now, you can rent quantum computers.
Oh,
you can rent servers. They have built quantum computers. They're not commercial yet because there's still a lot to learn and there's still a lot of the research that they're doing.
Right.
But they are being used right now. BMI, I think, has one. But yeah, so it's I would say it's pretty close.
Pretty close. It's on the radar. Well, it's definitely something.
Far,
Yeah, fair enough. Close but far. Yeah, it seems like a lot of things, but definitely good. Something interesting to keep your eye on and for security people to be learning. So before I let you go here, we a little bit to know more about Sonia. So we want to know a little of this or that. Are you more of a dog person or a cat person?
I'm a both. I want both of them.
Big pet person. We can appreciate that.
Well, yeah.
Are you Mac or PC?
Mac.
Are you more of a person who likes to ask for permission or ask for forgiveness?
Oh, that's a hard one. I will say forgiveness.
Forgiveness, yeah, a little bit more of a risk taker. Not in the cybersecurity.
Yeah, not in the cybersecurity, of course. It's professional, but life-wise, maybe more forgiveness. Professional permission.
Yeah, for sure. Do you prefer a sitting desk or a standing desk, or do you do both?
Both. I think I really like the ones that you can control that go up and then down. Oh,
Yeah.
they're the best because sitting in one position or being standing in one position all day is hard.
Yeah. And I know from personal experience, I can get into some pretty bad habits, especially working from home, sitting on the couch, sitting on the computer, not great for the back. And outside of work, what's your favorite outdoor activity to get around to here on the Vancouver Island?
Surfing.
Surfing.
Yeah.
Big surfer. Right on. Catching the waves. We like that. Cool. Well, Sonia, how can people connect with you after this? How can they find you online? Do you have any personal profiles that are best?
I have my link. Is Sonia Barrios. I think I'm in there.
Yeah.
So you can always send me a solicitation.
A message.
Sorry.
Yeah. A ping, a DM. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm there.
Okay, we will leave that link in the bio section of this video. But Sonia, thank you so much for joining us today on Cyber Spotlight. Appreciate it a lot. And we will talk again soon, I'm sure, whenever. Hopefully we can meet up in person at some type of local cyber event when this pandemic ends.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me and giving the opportunity of talking with you guys.
Of course.
So, yeah. I can't wait for COVID to pass and we can meet in person.
Yes, same. Very well.
Have a good
Okay,
day.
thanks. Have a great day, Sonia. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.